In 1991, a man escaped from an apartment in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He was handcuffed, barely conscious, bleeding. When police arrived, they found apartment 213. Inside, photographs, human remains, a barrel. The man living there? He had invited 17 people into that apartment. Not one of them ever walked out alive. This is the psychology of Jeffrey Dahmer, and why he almost got away with it. Jeffrey Lionel Dahmer was born on May 21, 1960, in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. He grew up in a middle-class family in Bath Township, Ohio. On the surface, normal, quiet neighborhood, average student. But there were signs, early signs. As a child, Dahmer was fascinated with dead animals. He would collect roadkill, dissect insects, bleach animal bones. His parents attributed it to curiosity, a phase. They were wrong. His home life deteriorated quickly. His parents' marriage was volatile. By high school, Dahmer was drinking heavily, bringing vodka to class in orange juice containers. Teachers noticed. Nobody intervened. In 1978, 3 weeks after graduating high school, Dahmer committed his first murder. He was 18 years old. His victim was Stephen Hicks, a hitchhiker he had invited home. After the killing, Dahmer buried the remains in the backyard. Then he went to college. Life continued. Nobody knew. After his first murder, Dahmer went dormant for 9 years. He joined the army, was discharged for alcoholism, moved in with his grandmother. In 1987, the killings resumed. This time, they would not stop. His method was calculated, patient, terrifyingly methodical. He would frequent gay bars and bathhouses in Milwaukee. He would approach young men, often minorities, often vulnerable. He would offer them money to pose for photographs. He would invite them back to apartment 213. Once inside, he would drug their drinks with sleeping pills. When they were unconscious, he would kill them. What happened after that, I will not describe in full detail. But forensic reports documented acts of necrophilia, dismemberment, and in some cases, cannibalism. Dahmer preserved parts of his victims. He kept skulls. He kept organs. He called them his trophies. Between 1987 and 1991, Dahmer murdered 16 more people. That's 16 human beings, sons, brothers, friends, who disappeared. And nobody connected the dots. In May 1991, police were called to Dahmer's apartment building. A 14-year-old boy, Konerak Synthesomphone, had escaped. He was naked, disoriented, clearly in danger. Dahmer told officers the boy was his adult partner, that he was drunk. The officers returned the boy to Dahmer's apartment. Konerak Synthesomphone was murdered that same night. It was the closest anyone came to stopping Jeffrey Dahmer, and it failed. So the question forensic psychologists struggled to answer was, what created Jeffrey Dahmer? During his trial, Dahmer was evaluated by multiple psychiatrists. The diagnoses were consistent. First, borderline personality disorder. Dahmer had an intense, pathological fear of abandonment. His murders were, in a disturbing psychological sense, attempts at control. If he killed them, they could never leave. He confessed this explicitly. Second, necrophilic disorder, a paraphilia involving attraction to the deceased. This is extraordinarily rare. It manifests in fewer than 0.1% of criminal cases. Dahmer is considered the most documented case in forensic history. Third, antisocial personality disorder. Like many serial killers, Dahmer showed a complete absence of empathy. But unlike Ted Bundy, who was calculating and predatory, Dahmer was driven by a desperate, pathological loneliness. Forensic psychologist Dr. A. Park Dietz, who evaluated Dahmer for the prosecution, concluded he was legally sane, that he understood his actions were wrong. He chose to do them anyway. What makes Dahmer particularly fascinating and disturbing to criminologists is that he does not fit the classic profile of a psychopath. He was not charming, not manipulative in the traditional sense. He was broken, profoundly isolated, consumed by fantasies he couldn't control. In his own words during his 1994 confession, "I couldn't find a way to make myself stop." On July 22, 1991, Tracy Edwards managed to escape from Dahmer's apartment. He flagged down a police car, showed officers the handcuffs still on his wrist, led them back to apartment 213. What officers found inside ended Jeffrey Dahmer's 13-year killing spree. In the refrigerator, a human head. In the bedroom closet, 3 more skulls. In a 57-gallon drum, 3 dismembered torsos. Polaroid photographs of 17 victims in various stages of dismemberment. Dahmer was arrested immediately. He confessed within 24 hours. His trial began in January 1992. The defense argued not guilty by reason of insanity. The jury disagreed. Dahmer was found guilty on 15 counts of first-degree murder. He was sentenced to 957 years in prison, 15 consecutive life terms. He served 2 years. On November 28, 1994, Jeffrey Dahmer was beaten to death in prison by fellow inmate Christopher Scarver. He was 34 years old. His death brought complicated emotions to the families of his victims. Some felt relief. Some felt robbed of closure. All of them had been failed by a system that missed warning sign after warning sign. The case of Jeffrey Dahmer forces us to ask a question that criminologists and psychologists still debate today. Was he a monster? Or was he a broken human being that the system failed to catch? The answer, uncomfortably, may be both. What we know for certain is this: 17 people lost their lives, families were destroyed, and a killer operated in plain sight for 13 years. If this analysis gave you a deeper understanding of criminal psychology, please like this video and subscribe to Crime Decoded.